the processing, and I was stationed in Fort McClellan, Alabama. This is July of 1968. I'm sorry, 65. So I was through clerical training school there at Alabama. Then I was assigned to the Personnel Center in Oakland, California, and I was a clerk typist. And at first I was with the finance company, and so division. Then I was transferred to the medical services branch, and I was there for 2 years. My assignment was to process separation physicals, and most of it was from the 101st Cavalry coming back. So then, after, July of '68, I was discharged, and then I came home. I worked 6 weeks at Wolverine Worldwide Shoe Company, and I said, no, I do not care to work in a factory. I'd rather be in an office. So I took the civil service test, and I had a supervisor that was with the Defense Contracts Administration in downtown Grand Rapids, and she hired me. She thought that was the best thing for a young person to do, was to have some kind of service, because it was a military training and discipline. And so I stayed with the government for 31 years, took an early retirement. There was early retirement that was offered from President Clinton. So I had some family. My mother was diagnosed with cancer, and then like several months later, she passed away. So then I was dealing with my dad, who was a World War II medic that was in Normandy, and so I took an early retirement, and I was been retired since. But since then, I've been with different church groups, and then now I'm over here a couple times a week or something, a couple times a month, to come over here to help out, donate, and so I'm thankful that I've been back. Oh, also one more thing. June of 2024, I was able to go on a mid-Michigan flight with female veterans. There was 75 of us from Vietnam, and then we had caregivers that were also female military. So that was a very enjoyable trip that I had. And I was able to see the memorials there in Washington, D.C. So, okay.
All right, before we go, Tom, you know we Navy buddies, so we gotta have you say something.
All right. Well, this one gentleman up there spoke about coming home and getting spit off. So we excuse me. We didn't want anybody to know we're in the service, and we threw all our gear away when we got out. Now I regret throwing all my gear away. You know, I wish I had my squadron's hat and Dusty Dog. I don't. You know, they've changed hats since I was in there in 72, 73. When we're over now. But I'm just happy to be with you people. And it brings tears to me hearing a lot of you guys' stories. And just proud to be with you guys.
We love you, bro.
And
love you.
I did an honor flight.
Yeah.
I did an honor flight in June. West over in Flint. I went down there like she did.
Okay.
And it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I hope you guys get to go on one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I went in about the same time as our sister here. I went in 65, 67. I got one of the letters that said, President wants you to come and serve, so we went and served. Went to Fort Knox, went up and downhill, and then,
Bobby Kelly.
got kicked out of Fort Knox, went to Fort Eustis, Virginia. Spent 19 weeks, multi-engine fixed-wing aircraft repair, on Mohawk, Caribou, Seminole, transferred across the tarmac. They had special troops, never touched another airplane. Being a typewriter to death for the rest of my 2 years as a company clerk and a board's clerk. I was fortunate. I didn't go to Vietnam. I attended a lot of court martials for guys that missed shipment going to Vietnam. And helped take care of some of the guys after they come back from Vietnam. I had a roommate wake up screaming, middle of the night, 2 or 3 nights a week. And of course, back then, didn't have the mental health support that the boys do today. And thank goodness. I did, after my obligation was up, I served 4 years in the National Guard in the infantry unit. And then I got out. And now I'm somewhat active in the American Legion. I see some of our veterans every day, or just about every day. Jimmy and I belong to the same unit. He's the commander, I'm the adjutant, and I'm here today.
Thank you.